Okay, we are going to be solving one-step addition and subtraction equations. Okay, one-step addition and subtraction equations. So I've got some examples on the board already. In our first problem, we have x plus 6 equals 4. Anytime we're solving an equation, we are trying to get the variable all by itself. And we have to follow a rule that says whatever you do to one side of an equation is perfectly fine, as long as you also do it to the other side of the equation. So if we want the plus 6 to cancel out, we've got to do the opposite of adding 6. What's the opposite of adding 6? Subtracting 6. So I'm going to write right underneath it, subtract 6. Now, I already said, whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So over here, I also have to subtract 6. Adding 6 and subtracting 6 are opposites, so they cancel out, leaving just our x. Over here, we have 4 minus 6. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. So our answer is negative 2. And if you go back and plug that in, negative 2 plus 6 is indeed 4. Our next problem, t plus 13 equals negative 2. So we need to do the opposite of adding 13. So I'm going to subtract 13, but I need to do that to both sides of the equation. The 13's cancel out because one's adding, one's subtracting. That leaves t. And over here we have a negative minus another number, which means we're making it even more negative. So this is negative 15. Your rules on adding and subtracting positives and negative numbers are going to come in handy on this particular lesson. Let's look at this one. This is a subtraction problem. Y minus 7 equals negative 3. We have to do the opposite of subtracting 7, which is adding 7. I'm going to add 7 to that side. What was that rule again? Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. So I'll also have to add 7 to the negative 3. Our minus 7 plus 7, they're opposites of each other, so they cancel out, leaving just the y. And now we have a negative 3, plus 7. So that's a negative plus a positive. Whenever you are adding a negative plus a positive, you subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. Let me say that again. Whenever you are adding a negative and a positive, you subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. So I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 is bigger. It was positive, so that is a positive 4. So y equals 4. Just to double check, let's put that into our original equation. Is 4 minus 7 negative 3? Yes, it is. So we know we've gotten the correct answer. Let's look over here. We're subtracting 14 from the x. So we do the opposite of that to get it to cancel out. And I've put plus 14 on both sides because we have to do it to both sides in order to keep it equal to each other. Then minus 14 and the plus 14 cancel out, leaving x. 4 plus 14 is 18. And our answer is 18. I think that does it.